The COVID-19 pandemic has impacted many people and many businesses around the world. Let's hear from Ekin, CTO of WebBytes, on how they have kept innovating and pivoting their business and solution during these trying times. Hi everyone, welcome to Tech Tarik Show again, and joining me here today is Ekin from WebBytes. Hi Ekin, can you basically share with our audience what do you do?
Hi, I'm Ekin. I'm the WebBytes CTO. My main role is to develop innovative products and take care business critical tech decisions such as tech design planning, product architecture layout, and development platform selections. Zionex is a tech company that pioneered in the retail business solutions. We are the first player in Malaysia that offering cloud business application suites such as POS, self-ordering kiosk, CRM, and loyalty system. The coronavirus pandemic and the lockdown is clearly impact the retail industry. For example, F&B businesses has dropped significantly in average 30 to 40% of their sales due to the lockdown. So in order to help our customer, we have came out the idea called Live Order. So basically the idea of Live Order is that it's an online ordering system developed using PWA technology. Customers can order the food just by scanning a QR code, display at the counter or during the live broadcast. When the customers completed the ordering, the food can be picked up from the shop or delivered to your doorsteps.
Great. So customers can actually use their mobile to actually order the food right away within their comfort. So some of the audiences might actually be interested that how you able to actually come up with this architecture or this solution. And would you be able to actually share with the audience how do you actually do this?
Yeah, if you look at the diagram, we separate into public networks, Azure, and outlet networks. Meaning, when the orders comes in, right, it will send the orders to the live order, the PWA applications, and directly flow the traffics to the outlet networks.
Okay, so why did I see that when you say that you are using actually PWA, why did you actually choose to use PWA? And I see also that you're using React as well.
Well, React is a JavaScript library that builds user interfaces for single page applications by dividing UI into composable components.
Okay, great. So I see that also when you are showing me the architecture, so you have SQLDB, you have Cosmos DB as well. So how did you differentiate between these two databases?
SQLDB we use for transactional database. Those data is very important, such as sales order, payments, customers data, and promotions. For those logging data like inbound or outbound data, we kept into a Cosmos DB.
Okay. Any particular reason that you are using logging inside Cosmos DB? Why don't you actually combine it with the SQL DB over here?
Yeah, reason being is that Cosmos DB provide flat databases, no SQL databases that you can just insert into a DB, and then you don't have to worry about scaling. It will scale automatically by itself.
Okay. Okay, great, awesome. So how over here I see that you have a API component, SignalR, and even service bus as well. Would you mind to share a little bit more detail about these three components that you are using inside your architecture?
Service bus is used for recording those messages persistently into a service bus so that we can flow the messages into SignalR. Then SignalR will invoke the message to the POS. Whenever there's an orders comes in, right, POS will get acknowledged immediately.
Okay, so basically the connection between the real-time connection that SignalR establishes, able to actually make a real-time transaction back to the on-premise outlet itself. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you do exactly with the API management over there? Why do you choose to use API management?
Yeah, API management we use for traffic monitoring, and we can divert the request to our Kubernetes services. So we can differentiate between our APIs into Kubernetes services, into microservices like creating sales, promotions, and creating customers.
Okay, so basically I would know that, for example, if I calling certain API, you would actually divert this traffic into different site.
Yeah.
For example, it could be AKS, it could be in app service, and
Right.
everywhere else. Okay, great. So for you to really do this architecture and then come out with the production ready solution for this solution, right? So how long does it take for you to do this, and how do you actually scale this solution?
Actually, it took about 3 to 4 months. During the developing of the app, we do integrate with e-wallet payment service, also collaborate with delivery service in Malaysia. The highest traffic of live order happens on last February when we have our bubble tea chain outlets customer launching a buy one free one promo. The traffic is huge. It reached about 2,000 requests per minute. In order to support that huge amount of traffic, we enable Azure auto scaling.
Oh, okay. So you have 2,000 at a peak, 2,000 requests per minute itself. So that's a lot of traffic that's going into your services. So how do you exactly change or scale your services over here? What type of metrics are you using?
We are using time-based scheduling. Time-based scaling. You can scale based on during business hour and off business hour.
Ah, okay, great. Okay, so just now, I think before we have this shoot, one thing that you were also telling me or sharing with me is that you also have introduced virtual kiosk. Can you let the audience know what is virtual kiosk as well?
Virtual kiosk is online ordering systems. Actually, you can just walk into the outlets, you scan the QR code, you can start the ordering already.
Ah, okay. So it's basically still using the same technology, but
Yeah.
I just, instead of me touching the touchscreen, so I just use my phone to actually scan the QR code to start ordering.
Yeah, the reason being is that due to the pandemic hits, right, some customers might concern about safety and hygiene when using a kiosk. So we transform it to virtual kiosk, meaning instead of showing, instead of user use the kiosk by itself, you can scan the QR code.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. That's a very fresh idea that that I hear. So just wanna ask you as well in terms of timeline, right? So how many months have you deployed this solution, and any lesson learned that you would like to actually share with our technical communities over here?
There's two lessons that we learned during the app developments and publish and during the monitorings, right? Monitoring is the key to improve your application service. We use application insights to monitor our live applications. It will automatically detect performance anomalies and includes powerful analytics tools to help you diagnose issues. So the second one is query performance insights. As you know, we have a dependency with Azure SQL database. It helps you to identify the top resource consuming and long running queries in your workload.
Okay. So audience, so you guys can see that actually Ekin is sharing with us very useful tips. So there are two things over here, monitoring and then optimization as well, right? So for different parts of the architecture or solution that they actually have. So thank you so much, Ekin, for sharing with us the knowledge about your live order. So hope to see you soon. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.